Hey everyone, excited to be back for this week's edition of Frequently Asked Questions for Commercial Real Estate. In today's video, what I want to do is talk about a question that I've been getting a lot recently, and that is, how do you improve your reach on social media for your commercial real estate business? And I've been really focused on digital marketing over the last several years, and we've started to hit somewhat of an inflection point as of late. We've seen a lot more reach on a variety of different social platforms, and that's ultimately led to business for my brokerage business. So I've had a lot of people reach out to me to ask about, how do you do it? How do you, essentially make it so that it does work well for you long term? And so today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the top tips that I would recommend to you if you're looking to do something similar in your business as well. But before we dive into this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you can like and subscribe to this channel. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and ensures more and more people can hear this message and learn about the many facets of commercial real estate. So now that you've done that, go ahead and like and subscribe below. Let's go ahead and dive into this episode. All right, so today's topic is pertaining to how do you improve your reach when it comes to social media and a variety of different facets. And just so you guys know what I've been utilizing over the course of my 2.5-3 years in the business, it is a variety of different social platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, super heavy on YouTube. We have a podcast as well that we distribute on all the different social mediums, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and also have a YouTube channel for that podcast. And we've seen a significant uptick in our reach as a result of just being really consistent in how we've been approaching our processes. And so today I wanted to share with you some of the top tips related to how do you achieve that consistency and that reach over time. So first off, the most important thing you can do to improve your reach with social media is consistency. You got to get on a regular cadence. Just as an example, this video that I'm creating right now, it's on a cadence that every Monday I release a video pertaining to a particular topic in commercial real estate. And it can be on a variety of different, subjects, but it all has to be focused on what I do, which is commercial real estate brokerage, or really just focused on the commercial real estate industry as a whole. So getting on a regular cadence is really important. Along with that, I usually recommend when you first get started to stick to 2 different social platforms. For me, when I first started, it was Facebook and YouTube. And then I started implementing LinkedIn about a year and a half in, because I realized that, Facebook isn't really where my audience is. It's more so on LinkedIn as well. So, starting off with just 2 platforms and focusing your efforts on those would serve you a lot better when you first start out, because it makes it a lot easier to get into rhythm and to get into consistency. So that's number 1. Number 2, and this may be controversial to some people, is that I don't almost edit anything. Very limited editing whatsoever. Obviously, in this video, you can tell that there's a lot of ums, there's a lot of ahs. I'm just thinking off the top of my head as I'm giving this particular video, and it makes it a lot easier for me to push out content, because I'm not constantly having to go back and edit things and take a lot of time to be able to, get it exactly perfect like I would like it to. And that in and of itself allows me to create a lot more content than the average person, because again, it's about getting out there and practicing your craft over and over and over again. So number 2 recommendation is to limit your editing early on. And then as you get more better at what you do, you'll just naturally be able to convey your message more effectively. And then down the road, if you decide you want to, edit more of your videos, then you could obviously outsource that to someone else. And hopefully that makes it a lot easier for you as well. So that's number 2, is to limit your editing to make it a lot easier for you to produce content on a consistent basis. Number 3 is to engage with your posts. So when you do post on these social platforms, there are going to be people who reach out via, liking your stuff or, leaving a comment. You need to engage with these individuals to try to create some sort of community. So if someone comments on your post, you comment back and say, hey, XYZ, thanks again for everything. I hope you're doing well. That type of stuff will help to build that engagement, because now they'll see it. They'll connect with what you're doing on a regular basis, and maybe their audience will see that you've commented on someone that they know, and that helps increase the reach of individuals who do in fact engage with your stuff as well. So that's number 1. Number 3 is to engage with other people's posts, and that could be commenting on your own post when they comment on it, and then along with that, those who regularly engage with you, you should also be engaging with them in some capacity, whether that's liking their stuff, commenting on their stuff, resharing their a helpful article that they may be shared. That's also a way to engage with others and help build that reach and community. Along with that, I usually recommend creating groups. On LinkedIn, we created a meetup group called Commercial Real Estate 101. And over time, we've helped build that group. And now we have over 2,000 people who follow the group. And so every other week, I post an event that we have, and now we have an organic reach as far as the events are concerned. So we get regular people that attend. There's now new people coming in that are starting to become part of the community. And now the reach for my YouTube videos has grown exponentially because that group continues to bring in new people on a month-to-month basis. And we keep up to date in that group. We continually post, so people do get notifications and updates of what's going on. And again, my face is in the group, so then people can see that, and they start associating you as a thought leader in some capacity. And so that would be my recommendation as well, to start a group and regularly engage and create events and continue to engage with that group. And then finally, number 4, when you first start out, you're going to have to do all this work yourself. You're going to have to, it's very labor intensive. However, at some point, you need to be able to create systems so that you can offload this responsibility to another individual. And so, what I did about a year and a half in is I started documenting all the processes for all the things that I was doing on social. So all my YouTube videos, I was explaining how I would upload it to the Google Drive. And then, we'd use a shortcut to be able to edit or to put in these overlays like the subscribe links and everything else. So I showcased all that, put it in a document, step-by-step process, and then I recorded myself doing it on a software called Loom, which is a video sharing software. So I had a systems folder that was in my shared drive that had all the different processes for all the different things that I do on a digital marketing standpoint. So then when I onboarded someone, now I have a virtual assistant that helps me out with a lot of that stuff. They have access to that and they can learn a lot quicker. And now anytime they need to go back to reference anything, if maybe they forget how to do something, they have something to reference to go on. And that's been extremely helpful for my business because now I've been able to offload a lot of that responsibility to someone else. Therefore, my time investment has been a lot less than it was early on in the process. And so now someone else is managing the operations side of the digital marketing. And now I'm freed up to now create new systems, to think of new ideas, and to expand our reach in other capacities. And so hopefully you gain some value from this video. It is a very laborsome process, but I guarantee you it's going to be worth it in the long run, especially if you're consistent over a long period of time. If you are looking to do something similar, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to operate as a consultant or a coach in that capacity. Along with that, if you're in the Louisville area and you want to buy commercial real estate or sell commercial real estate or even lease commercial real estate, I'm a commercial real estate agent in town. I'd be happy to help you do so. Feel free to reach out to me. My number is 502-536-7315, or you can email me at Raphael@CREgroup.com. Along with that, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. It really makes a difference in the YouTube algorithm and ensures more and more people can hear this message and learn about the many facets of commercial real estate. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.